Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your May the 4th just for today in a meditation. I hope that you're having a wonderful morning. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Okay, the title of the meditation is What About the Newcomer? Each group has but one primary purpose: to carry the message to the addict who still suffers. That comes from our tradition 5. Our home group means a lot to us. After all, where would we be without our favorite NA meeting? Our group sometimes sponsors picnics or other activities. Often, home group members get together to see a movie or go bowling. We have all made good friendships through our home group, and we wouldn't trade that warmth for the world. But sometimes we must take inventory of what our group is doing to fulfill its primary purpose: to carry the message to the still suffering addict. Sometimes when we go to our meetings, we know almost everyone and get caught up in the laughter and fun. But what about the newcomer? Have we remembered to reach out to the new people who may be sitting by themselves, lonely and frightened? Do we remember to welcome those visiting our group? The love found in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous helps us recover from addiction. But once we have gotten clean, we must remember to give to others what was so freely given to us. We need to reach out to the addict who still suffers. After all, the newcomer is the most important person at any meeting. Just for today, I'm grateful for the warm fellowship I found in my home group. I will reach out my hand to the still suffering addict. However, that same fellowship to others, offering that same fellowship to others. All right, got through the whole reading and messed up at the end there, but let me reread it for you so it flows fluently. Just for today, I'm grateful for the warm fellowship I found in my home group. I will reach out my hand to the still suffering addict, offering the same fellowship to others. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. The group's primary purpose is to carry the message to the addict who still suffers. And that message, that we carry is that any addict can stop using, lose the desire to use, and find a new way to live. And I'm thinking about the only requirement for membership is what? The desire to stop using. So no one coming to our group who has a desire to stop using should worry about being received, right? Anyone coming to our group that is trying to stop using. So that means that they have the desire. They may not accomplish that perfectly. And I need to say that. They may not be able to stop using perfectly, but they have the desire. And they remember when they say they are, and they have access to membership because they have the desire to stop. When these newcomers come into our home group, it's our responsibility to reach out to them. Let them know, hey, we see you. Welcome. Sit here with me. Have a seat by me. Let me introduce you to some of the other members. And hopefully, through that inclusivity and that hospitality, as we offer to others that are still suffering as home group members, we do that. But hopefully, the group is also doing that, taking an opportunity. If there's anyone here that's never been to our home group before, welcome. We'd like for you to take a moment to introduce yourself, not to make you feel uncomfortable, but to make sure that we know your name and we can come and welcome you, right? It's very brief. It takes, 5 seconds to say all of that? So the group itself can write the welcome piece into the format. It makes it a lot easier. There's even some meetings that have a whole meeting set up just for newcomers. I used to go to a home group, and that particular home group had a special little extra meeting place for newcomers to join one or two, or maybe three or four other members, depending on how many people were in the meeting, just for a first step meeting, a welcoming meeting, to let them know this is how we do it and you're welcome. I hope that's helpful for you today. And I know if you're listening to this, you probably already have this down pat. But let's take an inventory of our group to make sure it's fulfilling its primary purpose. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. Have a beautiful day on purpose.